Okay, concentration tongue.
Teaspoon.
Ugh. Hello and welcome to my video. My name is Georgina and this is my vlog channel. But today I'm going to be attempting to cook some brownies. Never done it before in my life. Not really a clue what I'm doing, but I've got a recipe. I'm going to put the recipe down below so you can check it out. And hopefully you will try this recipe and send me your little pictures on Instagram, and my Instagram link is below. Right, so I'm going to start off by looking through the cupboards to see if we've got the ingredients that we need. So I've got my little recipe on my phone here already. So today's recipe is from preppykitchen.com and it was originally published in 2019. Right, so ingredients that we need are chocolate chips, unsalted butter, salt, eggs, cocoa powdered flour, vanilla, granulated sugar. Right, let's go get them. Right, so I've arrived at Morrison's. This is Morrison's Nottingley, my chosen shopping place. It was one of the closest, basically. So let's see if we can find these ingredients. Fingers crossed we can, because I don't want to have to go shopping round. Right, so here's the ingredients. We've got 12 medium eggs. I don't need 12, but I got 12. The cocoa powder, took me a minute to find it. It was hidden. So we've got cocoa powder, silver spoon granulated sugar, then unsalted British butter. The only chocolate that they had in chunks was the chocolate chunks created for bakers. I mean, the last time I had those little chocolate drops, but they didn't have any of them. Then we've got our vanilla and plain flour. Okay, we're all set. Got me ingredients. Step 1. Pop the unsalted butter into a large microwave-safe bowl and melt it in the microwave in 20-second intervals. Stir between each interval to help prevent the butter from splattering. The butter will be fully melted in about 2 minutes depending on the microwave. Right. How much butter? Hang on. No information on how much of it. It's got to be there, seriously. Right down the bottom we find it. So prep time is 10 minutes, cook time is 35, total time is 45 minutes, and there's 16 brownies with 349 calories. Right then, so we need a square baking pan. I've sort of got square. Mixing bowls, got that as well. Right, so 1 cup of unsalted butter. 1 cup? What does that mean? 226 grams. Let's get the weighing scales. Right, I've got my bowl. Butter. 226 grams. So in here is 250. So that's nearly all of the butter? Nearly all of the butter? Wow, okay. $207, good guess. So we need a wee bit more. $230. That's all right. We'll take a tiny bit off. $229. 227, that'll do, won't it? It doesn't have to be absolutely exact. Right, so. Okay, so while the butter is melting, what do we do next? Let's check it out. Step 2, add in eggs, vanilla and salt and whisk. Okay, so how many eggs do we need? 3 eggs. Eggs. 1, 2, 3. Vanilla. How much vanilla? 1 tablespoon. Right. Ta-da! Melted butter. That was easy, wasn't it? Okay, what's next? We put the eggs in and we put salt and vanilla. Tablespoon of vanilla. Tablespoon, that's quite a lot, isn't it? But we're going for it. If I can get the lid off for the vanilla. The vanilla. Smells lovely. Vanilla's going in. Then we need 3 eggs. And we whisk them in. Eggs. One. 2. 3 eggs. Should I be like getting my oven on, do you think? It's not said. Right, let's break up the eggs a bit. I think I'm going to do fork. I'm not a big fan of a whisk, really. Prefer a fork. Fork! Right. Marvellous. What's next? Hello, Alfie. It smells good, doesn't it? Alfie's come to check it out. Oh, my salt. How much salt? How much salt? 1 teaspoon of salt. One teaspoon of salt. Add in the all-purpose flour. Now, let's just have a look at how much. It's really annoying that where it is, you have to zoom all the way back down again to find out how much of stuff. Alfie's loving the smell. Look at his nose, is he? He's like, what we having, Mum? Not yet, not yet. 120 grams and right at the bottom, get off, I don't want to sign up to anything. Preheat your oven and lightly grease a baking pan or spray a parchment paper. Right, we got that. Oh, instructions are at the bottom as well. It's so complicated. It's written in like 5 different ways. Oh God, so don't use the website unless you want to be really confused. So we've done the microwave thing. So add the flour and the chocolate chips and mix together with the spatula until they're combined. Flour. Okay, 125, that'll do, mate. Chocolate chips. 270. Right. And guess what I'm going to remember to do this time? We're going to sift the flour. So we're sifting the flour in. Sifty, sift, sift. Forgot that last time, didn't I? Okay, so we've got no lumps. God, she's getting better, isn't she? Right, now we put the chocolate in and it's, oh my good God. How much? It's, it could be written so much easier. Can we contact Preppy Kitchen and say, just put it all in one go? It's just, oh my God. 270 grams of chocolate chips. That's a hell of a lot of chocolate chips. I've only got 100 grams, so we're going to have to go with 100 grams. So we've got all that lot. I didn't know I was going to need that much. I guess I should have bought 2 bags. So unfortunately we're underneath the amount we should have for our chocolate chips. So we put the chocolate chips in. Okay, it's in. Get my oven on. Preheat my oven. Preheat the oven to what? 350 degrees F. Ah! Why is this so complicated? Or is it just me who don't know what I'm doing? Right, let's stir it. Let's stir the flour, the eggs, and the chocolate chips. I know Alfie, it smells amazing. Ooh, look at this. Now that looks pretty good. Da, 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 da. There we go. And is that it? You bake it for 35 to 40 minutes. Insert a toothpick into the centre to check doughiness and remove it with several moisture. Let the brownies cool completely in the pan before slicing. Alfie says, oh. Right, so here we go. There's the bowl. It's in, so now we've got to get it in there. So I best put a bit of butter on that before we put it in. May as well use the last of the unsalted butter to butter that. Hang on, what happened to the cocoa powder? Nowhere on there did it say cocoa powder. Let's go back. I've done it wrong. Right, so if you're following along, don't go with how I've done it. Go out with what's written in the well, difficultly. Is that a word? On the recipe that's all over the place. You scoot down the page and then there's some here and some here. It could be just because I'm using my phone. If it was on like a big screen, it might be a hell of a lot easier. But I'm having to go up and down to find stuff. Number 1, preheat the oven. 2, melt the butter into a bowl. Add the sugar and the cocoa. Then whisk in the eggs, vanilla and salt. How much cocoa do we need? I put the salt in now, didn't I? I've done the salt. God, this is why I am not a cook or a chef. Did wonder. Thinking it's not looking very chocolatey. What? You having a laugh? That's ridiculous. Good grief. 400 grams. $75. I'm going to try and put that on without getting it all up. Oh no! Okay, wash all the cocoa powder off myself. Why is cooking so complicated? Okay, mix it in. I've probably done it in the wrong order, but there we go. God, it smells good. There's a heck of a lot of sugar in it. Wow. Forgot to put my apron on, didn't I? That looks rather marvellous. I did wonder, I thought, it doesn't look like a very chocolatey for a brownie. That definitely looks more like a brownie. Right, so we've got to put it in there without making a mess. I don't see that happening. Okay, we've got to get that in there. This is why I'm a vocal coach and not a cook. Actually, this tray is not a bad size. It's pretty good. Right, in the oven it goes. Okay, Google, set timer for 35 minutes.
Alright, 35 minutes. Starting now.
Bake for about 35 to 40 minutes Inserting a toothpick into the centre to check doughiness. Removing it with several moist crumbs for fudgy brownies or only a few crumbs for cakey brownies. Oh, I want moist brownies. Let the brownies cool completely before slicing. Use a bigger pan for thinner brownies. Amp up the chocolatey flavour. Use Dutch processed cocoa powder and add 1 tablespoon of coffee. Ugh. Using too much flour results in dry brownies. Okay, I don't think I used too much. You can add nuts. Add a chocolate chip topping if we want, but I've run out of chocolate chips. Don't overbake the brownies. Your brownies are done when the centre is just set and the top starts to crack. Right then. Looks pretty incredible so far. So there we are, 35 minutes later. It looks pretty good. There's a few burnt edges, but I'm expecting that's because it's really thin on the edge. But it smells fantastic, so I'm going to sort of prong it. Sorry, I'm out of breath. I've just been mopping. I'm going to prong it so that some of the air can come out and it can cool down a little bit. So I'm just making a cup of tea to go with the brownies because you need a cup of tea when you're testing brownies. Right, we're going to move them from the tray onto this plate. Dun dun dun. Oh, came off lovely. 1, 2, 3, 4, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Oops. So there we are. There are the beautiful brownies. Makes quite a lot, to be honest with you. I could probably have made them a little bit smaller, but I think that's a decent size. So I'm now going to test them out. This is the exciting bit. It's almost like I don't want to try them. I don't want to eat them because it looks so fabulous. So let's take one from the middle. So there we are. Look at that. You can see the chocolate chunks in the bottom. It's slightly warm. It did say that you're supposed to wait for it to totally cool down, but it's slightly warm. I think you could have them with ice cream, bit of cream on top, maybe some raspberries, like a raspberry coulis or something like that. So here goes. Oh my goodness. That's fabulous. That's really good. Oh my goodness. How many am I allowed to eat? So, very successful with this one, despite the fact I missed the cocoa powder. Had to go back in the recipe, but I'm very pleased with those. So, if you enjoyed this video, please do subscribe. You can sign up as well for membership if you want. So thanks again for watching this video. I hope you enjoyed it. And if you do make any of these brownies, please send me a picture via Instagram. I'll see you in the next one. Bye, loves.